All right, guys, it's Wednesday, so Groundfloor has released new loans. I'm going to walk through them, check them out, and see which ones I want to buy. Enjoy. All right, as we can see, I got 231,000 right now, 6,300 in equity, which is stock I bought in two different purchases for a discount. And then money at work, I have 212,000. Cash in hand, I have 12,000, and today they released the new loans. I have automated investing turned on, but right now it's only purchasing, I believe, D grade loans or higher. If we take a look at my LOR commitments, I got 2.6% committed to A, open and committed, 17% open or committed to B, and then 18% open or committed to D, and basically 62% in C grade loans. Yeah, and to go over my summary, 26 loans committed right now for only $1,200. Open investments, I have 211,000. Expected return 10%, and then repaid loans 726,000. The actual return was 8.2. So 8.2 is low. I think I've mentioned this before, but I'm buying a lot of 30-day notes and 90-day notes, which return around 4% interest. And every time I buy one of those loans, it depresses the high returns I was receiving in the past. Before that product was introduced into Groundfloor, my returns were always over 10%. And every 30 days, when the money's returned to me, I buy a new 30-day loan, and that averages down my return rate. So there's no way for me to get an actual return rate. And as you can imagine, doing the math yourself on something like this is a little overly complicated for something I'm sure is still over 10%. So let's take a look at what I have repaid. Okay, for repaid loans, I've got 337 were repaid under the status of current. So 95% of the loans were just repaid. 698,000. Earnings 8,645. Pretty good. And then in workout, 1% of the portfolio, expected return was 11.5, but it was actually 12.4. None of the 30-day notes show up in workout because the 30-day notes are not loans to investors, they're loans to Groundfloor. Yeah, so the 30-day product basically is you're lending money to Groundfloor so that they can go out and then buy new loans. And it's not secured against an individual property per se. It's secured against an LLC that is a holder for the properties. So anything in workouts or default, like you see here, if the 30-day notes were actually gone to workout or default, I would be worried that the company was about to go under. It's very unlikely that would happen, but if in the event they don't repay those loans, I would be in emergency mode and thinking, how do I get my money out of this platform? But like I said, that's not something that's likely. And you can see here's where the 30-day notes appear, and those return rates are low, right? Before I was seeing 11, 12% expected in actual returns for these loans. So heading back to summary. Well, that's it for the portfolio. Things have been going pretty good. I haven't been buying a lot of new loans, but let's go ahead and walk through the loans that are funding right now, and we can make some purchases. Okay, so right at the top we see these Groundfloor notes. We got 1 month, 3 month, and 12 month. I've been purchasing a lot of 1 month and 3 month loans. What I've been doing with the 3 month loans is I've been laddering in greater and greater amounts of money. So I'm not sure how much I'm supposed to buy right now. So let me open up a new tab here, and I'm going to look at my open investments. So essentially, um, there's a new 3-month loan that appears on the platform every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks, I buy a 3-month loan and I add to that. So if we come all the way down, let's see, might be easier if I just search for it. Here we go. So I think this is the last one that I bought. The last 3-month loan that I bought was for $2,500. The previous one was $2,400. So the one that repaid last, I think repaid for maybe $2,000. But what I do is I take every 2 weeks, I'll add $100 to what I'm investing. So in this case, I did 25 2 weeks ago. So now let's come over here and I'm going to invest in this 3-month loan, $2,600. So the main reason I'm doing this laddering with the 3-month loans is it gives me, basically it's like an emergency fund. I know that, every 2 weeks I'm going to be getting a check, or I'm going to be getting a loan repay that's a pretty sizable amount, and that's going to come with some interest, and it's coming with a higher level of liquidity. I don't have to worry about waiting 12 months to get that money back, and I'm getting to my mind, a pretty decent return, 5% for the amount of risk that I'm incurring. So I'm going to keep laddering that up until it gets to a pretty substantial amount. And let's see. Next, we need to focus on the new loans in the system. So let's scroll down and see what I haven't bought yet. For the next priority, I'm going to be looking for loans that have monthly repayment of interest. So you can see, let's go to the top so you can actually see it. So you have the payment type, deferred or monthly. So the deferred payment is basically at the end of the loan, in a balloon, they repay the principal and the interest. With the monthly plan, they're going to repay the interest each month. So you're getting a little bit of cash flow. There's not a lot of monthly loans, so if you were to invest in just monthly loans, you'd be putting a lot of money in each loan potentially, and it might not spread your risk out well enough. But there's a good enough amount that you could probably get away with that, especially if you're careful in which loans you select. I, on the other hand, have a lot of loans that are deferred, and I just want to purchase more money. I want to spend more money on monthly than I do on deferred. So right now, let's just say for a deferred loan, I might invest $100. I might invest $10 in this deferred loan, and then I might go down to the monthly loan and I invest $100. And I'm going to be doing that for a short period of time until my cash flows get a little bit higher, and then I'll be backing off on that. So let's take a look at this one. It's a C grade loan, 10.2%, 12 months, purchase and renovate, first lien. And then the total amount is $88,000. Monthly payment, we got $31,000 cushion. This is in Illinois. So $31,000 cushion, $10,000 skin in the game. This is well within the range of what you would expect. $31,000 gives a pretty substantial amount of cushion, so that's good. We do have a certified independent appraisal, which I prefer. And then if we come down and look at miscellaneous, the borrower was advised or was advanced the money. This is standard. Renovate the property may be expensive. Renovation require a permit. Yeah, so these are all standard things that you see. There's no like major clauses that are sticking out to me here. And yeah, we can see that there actually is some history here, some borrower experience history. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and invest in this. Let's jump back out. Click invest. And I'll do $100. Complete the commitment. And let's go back and explore the other loans. And we're looking for monthly. So deferred, 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 and there's one more monthly. Yeah, so let's take a look at this loan. And 8.8%, purchase and renovate first lien monthly payment. We got a nice healthy cushion here. That's great news for us. Great news for him. We got a really great borrower experience. Rare that you see the two together. That's awesome. Skin in the game is a little bit small, but it's not horribly small. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So let's take a look at miscellaneous. I think we're going to find something this time. Standard, standard, standard. There will be 2 on this project. There will be 2 on the project. Each represents subsequent draws. So when they say there will be 2 on this project, I think they forgot to include the word loans. The first loan was for 290, and the second loan is for 125. Yeah, I remember lending on this property before. The loan represents the second draw for the construction of the property. Each draw for this project is structured as the individual loan. Okay. The event of default, loan secured will trigger a default on Groundfloor notes secured by this property. All LR holders invest in this property recovered at a pro rata basis. All right, so let's scroll back up to the top. This does say first lien, so even though it is the second loan, the 290 plus the 125, 290 plus 125, I guess that puts that around 415. So I'm basically going to be reinvesting in a loan I've already invested in. The one other funded loan, I'm wondering if it's the first draw or if it's a separate project. That would be interesting to know, but there's no way for us to garner that. But regardless, I'm going to go ahead and invest. And here it is. Invest. And we'll go ahead and do $100 again. Complete commitment. All right, explore loans. And now the newest loans are at the bottom, and we can see Auto Invest already invested in these D grade loans for me. There is a C. Let's take a look at that. Open these in new windows. So the C grade loan, purchase and renovate, balloon payment, $62,000 cushion, $41,000 skin in the game, with some borrow experience. Oh, wow, that looks like there was a fire. Interesting. So there's very little experience listed in here. It looks like it was all in the past for this person, but not for this LLC. And it does look like there was a fire. Let's see here. Loan amount. Yeah, I suppose we can invest in this one. We'll go ahead and do $10. And we close that. And then here's the B grade loan, 7.5%. They got a cushion of $40,000 on a $300,000 loan. Skin in the game, $80,000. Let's pretty good, pretty high. Borrow experience is a 1. Ugh. Oh. Skin in the game, they rate a 10. $80,000. Hold on, I just gotta check the math on that. 80 divided into 305. So, oops. 805. So 26% skin in the game is 10 out of 10 for skin in the game. Interesting. Okay, let's check the miscellaneous. Borrower has not completed or sold any projects in the past year. As such, the borrower's average revenue cost match principal has not yet been. The principal has not completed or sold any projects. Okay. The property was purchased for $335, and the borrower intends to use the $245 of the proceeds from the loan to offset the purchase price of the property. Therefore, the borrower is only receiving a skin in the game score for the remaining 110 that is tied up in the project after completion. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to take a pass on that. And that's it for the new loans. Let's refresh this. So once I've gone through and looked at every loan that I might want to buy, I start looking at other options. The last option for me is buying a 1-month loan. Usually I'll take any unspent money and just dump it all in a 1-month loan. And I know I'll get that money back in a month. But there are special offer loans which haven't, this is a new thing. You get a 1% bonus for every dollar that you put into these loans. So I'm going to go ahead and, first of all, let me go to the batch investment portal. It's a little bit easier to use than this. I'm going to go ahead and put $10 in these 2 loans. Just because I'm going to get that 1% bonus. Oops. Confirm that. All right. So now we can look at how much money we want to put in this. So this is a 30-day loan. We're going to get our money back in 30 days. So I have $9,700 on my balance. I'm just going to go ahead and plug in $4,000 and complete the commitment. And after I've completed the commitment, I can add to this loan anytime I want. So I have some cash, but I don't need to go ahead and stick it in here now. I got 5 days to keep adding to this note, and I will as loans repay. And the main thing is in 14 days I want to make sure I have enough money to buy this note. And on Wednesdays I want to have enough money to buy the new loans that are released on Groundfloor. They tend to put out new loans on Wednesdays, but sometimes they do it in other points. Last thing I wanted to mention is the special offer loans that you earn 1% bonus on. They started out with 11 loans in here. Right now they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 7 left. So by sticking those 11 loans in here, they were able to beat down their inventory. But as you can see, when you go through here, there's a ton of loans sitting out here that haven't fully they haven't fully committed to. You can see right here, 3 days, 3 days, 3 days, 10 days. And what do we need? The lowest one, $42,000. So they got to get $42,000 in the next 3 days for this loan. That's a lot of money. The loan's been out there for a long time. People aren't subscribing to these loans. This is the biggest amount of inventory I've seen You can see here, this one has 2 days to get 13. I would imagine 6,000 in 3 days, that'll probably go. I would imagine they'll probably start moving more loans into this 1% bonus offer because they were able to get 4 out of the system. And they might even start doing different bonuses. In the past, they've done bonuses on if you transfer in new money and invest in loans. With that money, you would get a cash bonus. This is the first time they've done like a 1% bonus, which in my mind it's a better way to do bonuses. But at any rate, that's it for this. All right, guys. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Put your questions in the comments, and if you want to sign up for Groundfloor, Pier Street, M1, or Lenny Club, I got sign-up bonuses in the description below. You'll get a bonus, I'll get a bonus, and I'll see you next time.